And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 10 logo. Hey, lock it. No.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rudolph now to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Watch the eye. Shit.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit. More. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Rudolph looking to throw it. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
70, Indy. First down. I'm going to run you over. Hey, echo. Yeah. Hard. Stop.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Rudolph to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, Lock. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Ready, break.
55. Check, 55.
Bravo.
Don't let it breathe. Don't let it breathe. Play that.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
Ready? 50. Plant.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Hey, exit.
Hey, check right.
Get it.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Lock. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 30 base.
Watch the slant.
Rock the 5.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Jones. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your 10th
anyone.
born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
You got tape. You got smooth. Hey. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. On second down, it's Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Rudolph. Jones has it. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on it.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Okay, ready? Hey, Charlie!
50's the mic, 50's the mic. Check pass.
Now.
To throw on third down. Block. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Rudolph. He completes it to Jones. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Locked to throw on 2nd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This one taken just inside the 10. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
91. High 7.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rudolph caught by Jones. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Second down, here's an option right. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 5.
On 3rd down, Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Block now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that'll set him back 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Rock it.
They'll go again to Jones. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 45.
Ready?
Now Rudolph. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. They'll run on first down. Jones. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph got an open man. It's Washington. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw, Rudolph. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ronald Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And
now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
We go. 8 read.
Push him back.
On first down, Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's got room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ronald Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Brings up 3rd down.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's locked. This is caught by Robinson. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with Lindsey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Lindsey. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Defense. Go.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. 60 or.
So this one in the win column.